Hello guys, I will be reviewing Versace Eros EDT. So I bought my EDT at Macy's. I got it for like $100 a year ago. This is an old bottle that I finished. I got this in 2015. And this one I purchased on Fragrance Net, a decade ago. But the sound was really nice that, when I finished, I bought a new one. Great sound. So if you do purchase it at Macy's, you'd get it like in a gift set, or if they don't have the gift set, you'd get it in a box that looks like this, but in blue. So picture this box, but in like this kind of blue, like a little dark blue. Then you would open it up, and now you would get as your bottle. Right, this is a flanker of it, but it would come in like something like that, and then a blue box. But if you do get the gift set, it'll come in like this packaging, and then it would come in with the body wash and the cologne. So this gift set, you can get it currently at Macy's for right now, as of today, November the 1st, 2025. You can get it at Macy's for $90 because it's on sale. I got this for like $110 last year because I ran out. And this is how the new version looks like. It says Eau de Toilette compared to just Versace Eros. Nose a little stuffy. That's the only difference. And the atomizer. Yeah, the atomizer. This one's silver. This one's gold. I thought this one was fake at first because, I compared it like a week ago. I was like, why is this gold and why is it silver? The old ones come in this atomizer. I saw a video. And I got it on Fragrance Net, so I don't think it would be fake, But, this new one from Macy's comes in the gold one. That's really the only difference. The juice is the same, except the difference between this and this is that 2015, or the ones that had just the arrows, like this one, lasted a lot longer than this one, but it still smelled the same. That's the only difference. And here would be the cap, little Medusa logo, pretty cool. Little Medusa logo inside. And that's how you distinguish between a real one and a fake one, I believe, in the video that I saw. The real ones would have a Medusa logo inside. And you can always check your batch code. It should be under here. And like this batch code. This is a 2015 batch. But yeah, a nice looking bottle. I have a dent on it, I only had this for around a year and a half, maybe. Halfway. It's half full. And I did purchase another one just because I love this scent so much. It's a good daily wear, not offensive. We'll get into this in a bit. It's just a beautiful scent overall, It has a great atomizer. Right now, you can get a tester on Joma Shop for $44.99, and if you order it on Joma Shop, the tester would come in just the bottle without a cap. But if you do want a cap and the box, it would come at a total of, the price will be $54.99, and if you get it at Macy's, it'll be like $100. But I do suggest getting it at retailers just because I bought this one, at retail at Macy's for like $100 when I could have gotten 2 of these from Joma Shop, and it wouldn't come with the cap. But I should have bought it at Joma Shop, but I didn't. So I do suggest getting it at retail. But if you never smelled the scent and you are worried about spending money or the price tag or blind buying, just go to Macy's, Sephora, Ulta, what am I missing? Nordstrom. Test it out, I don't think you should blind buy a scent just because you may not like it. I have blind bought most of my fragrances just because I just don't want to go to Macy's, because I feel obligated to buy something when I go to Macy's. I feel like I'm wasting the employer's time. I mean, when I do want to test scent, or I don't want to spend like $165, I will go to Macy's, and then I will purchase the scent that I'm looking at, and then also take notes of what other scents I like, so I can just purchase it on FragranceNet or Joma Shop. Like this one was a blind buy, and I did test it out like a week ago, and I didn't really like it. So it's a waste of $60. Maybe it'll grow on me, but as of right now, I didn't really like it. Sorry for my stuffy nose. So now let's get into the scent profile. Here's a look at that atomizer. Great atomizer. Has a wide mist cone. It is a, sorry for the stuffy nose. I tried to do a review earlier this time and I messed it up a little bit, so I'm doing it again. So my nose is a little stuffy. So if you were to ask me on the street and I never smelled this fragrance before, and I never looked at the notes on Joma Shop or Fragrantica, someone would be like, hey, what does it smell like to you? I'd say it smells like vanilla. I'll pick up the vanilla and some type of citrus, like a vanilla with the fresh citrus. Yeah, vanilla with some fresh citrus. That's what I'm getting from the opening. And then if they were to ask me, like, what do you smell on the dry down? What can you pick out? I would say it's just vanilla. Vanilla, and you know what? Vanilla and kind of like a cindery scent. Like, think about like a bonfire. I know it sounds weird, but to me, I would describe vanilla and like the cinder of a bonfire. That's what I can describe it. Like, when you go to a bonfire at the beach and you come home, you smell like kind of like that cindery smell, like that gets stuck on you. Like, kind of like, imagine that vanilla. And it's not to say that that's a disgusting, it's going to smell disgusting. Absolutely not. That's what I'm just getting. I'm just trying to describe it for you guys. But it is a beautiful scent. And like the opening, it's definitely more vanilla and citrusy, but the dry down is just a lot more vanilla. Less citrus, more vanilla. More vanilla and more of that smooth, cindery scent. So now let's get into the actual notes, because I am not an expert. I can't pick out notes, without like seeing the notes from Fragrantica. There are some people that can do it, maybe like a small percentage, but people like me and people probably like you and just the average population, we can't pick out notes, man. Like, we're gonna need Fragrantica to distinguish the notes. And some influencers or some frag heads would be like, oh, I can definitely, I don't need the notes, I can like pick it out. You gotta have a good nose for that. I don't have that nose. So right here we're looking at the notes, and people from Fragrantica, so according to their votes, people really do smell mostly vanilla, mint, green apple, tonka, and lemon. So vanilla, mint, green apple, tonka bean, and lemon. So in the opening, I do smell that vanilla. Now looking at the notes, vanilla. Don't really get that mint, man. People are saying they get a lot of that mint. But I don't get that mint. I get that vanilla. I get that apple. That's apple, which I'm guessing is that green apple, which I'm guessing is that citrus mixed with the lemon scent that I was talking about earlier. Don't really get a tonka bean. You know what? The tonka bean might be the drydown. That cindery scent that I was talking about. Because in drydown, I still get the vanilla. I don't really get the mint. That citrus disappears. But I do get I think that cindery scent that I was talking about is that tonka bean. Let's test this out on Mr. Cat. Alright, I did spray him with something earlier. And see if it smells different on like cloth or something. See, I use this to test like the projection because I become nose blind to it. And I will ask my mom, hey, do you smell it? Or I will test the cologne on my mom too. Because, I mean, I wear this pretty much every day. And I do become nose blind to it. So let's test it. A good way to, check if you're nose blind or not is get like a piece of cloth, or like test on your mom, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, everything in between, whatever, clothes or whatever, and see on spraying it on like a piece of cloth, and like my skin is a lot different. People wear their colognes on their skin, but I never do that. I wear it on my clothes just because I don't think cologne smell better on skin. I think cologne smell better on cloth, and it does last longer because if you spray it on your wrist or on your skin, sometimes you'll sweat or you'll have lotion or something on, and it will break the molecules down. Like say you're washing your hands, you spray on your wrist, the soap's gonna get on your, it's gonna get on your wrist, so you'll start destroying the molecules or washing them away. And you start sweating and you have them right here on your neck, it will start dissipate or start mixing in with that sweat, and it could get kind of funky. But if you wear cologne, please shower, it's not gonna mask your sweat. So here on my skin, it smells cindery. Now that I'm going to, it smells cindery. So it's starting to smell like a dry down when I was talking about that cindery scent. I think it's that tonka bean. And on Mr. Cat, where did I spray it? See right here, I sprayed Clothing New and Iconic just because I was testing it out. See, it smells a lot better on cloth. Like right here, it's cindery, and I sprayed this like 4 minutes ago, and right here it's a lot more citrus, which did happen in the opening too when I said I was picking up that citrus. But right here, the lemon is a lot stronger. Like I'm not even getting vanilla. Like I'm trying to get that mint. I'm getting that lemon, that mintiness, mainly lemon and mint. So you can see the difference between, like, if you try and test out a cologne on skin and on clothes, try mixing it up to see what smells better on you. If it smells better on skin or it smells better on a piece of cloth. Because I just never liked my cologne on skin. Like I just got out of the shower too. So, and I use the Axe Apollo stuff, so I could be mixing with that. But yeah, on clothes it'll probably smell like, I use it on clothes, so it smells like what I would have on clothes, which it would be more citrus based, and on your skin, or it'd be more of that vanilla. I mean, you could say, everyone's skin is different, so you get different scent profiles or the notes coming out differently. But yeah, in general, I would say this is more a vanilla bomb. It's a great scent. Again, scent's so nice. I got it twice, you know. Great scent. Vanilla. Very vanilla, very fresh, suitable for fall, spring, and winter. I wouldn't want to wear this during the summer just because vanilla can be a little too cloying. But people around you are gonna like this. But if you overspray, if you do more than 4 sprays, you know, you might give someone a headache. So be careful with your sprays. Kind of be considerate to others, unless you're going to, like, you know, the club or wherever you might be in, you know, a party or something. Then, you know, you can spray around 4 sprays, maybe 5. But do be considerate, because some of these can be a little cloying. You don't want to give someone a headache, and that takes away from the beauty of the fragrance. Because anything in, you know, everything in moderation. But it's people are gonna like this. Women will like this. Men around you will like this. Older people will probably like this. Younger people will like this. You're gonna smell good. You're gonna smell good. I remember this one time I was going to class. I had this bad boy on. This bottle, actually. Yep, yeah, this one. And I walked in, and some girl sitting next to me was like, did you wear Axe Dark Temptation? Well, I can kind of see why she said Axe Dark Temptation, because it kind of would smell like that one, because that one's like vanilla and chocolate, and this one has vanilla. But she's like, it's a good scent, you know. And it is a good scent. People around you are gonna like it, you know. Some people will compliment you, some people won't, you know. So don't expect too much about it, but you will smell good. This other time I was back in like March. I had insomnia for like a year. I was doing teaching, and I just couldn't sleep, so I would mess around a lot with like just colognes and whatever. And because I couldn't sleep, I would wake up early, like at 5 in the morning. I wouldn't even sleep, so I would just be up at 5 in the morning. I would shower, get ready to go at 6:40, be out of my house at 6:40, because I used to teach 30 minutes away. And I would take over the class around 8, and I would do some just regular student teaching stuff. And I was walking by one of the paraprofessionals, and he's a young dude, around 23, 24. He's like, I can still smell Versace Eros, and, you know. No, he said, are you wearing Versace Eros? And I was like, yeah, I'm wearing Versace Eros. It's the first time someone that, you know, pointed out the actual scent. And it's nice having, like, you know, people be like, oh, you're wearing this, like, I like that. You know, it's a good conversation start, and it feels good, because like you can start relating to them, because the cologne community is kind of small. It used to be a lot smaller back in like 2015, 2014, when I really got into it. Back in like 2014, 2015, really the only YouTubers you had were like Josh TV, Street Sense, what else did you have? Josh TV, like Joy Amin, 2015, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover, and then Triple Ink, and then Cascade Scents. Like, it was a lot smaller, and it did get bigger because of Jeremy Fragrance back in like 2018, 2017, started popping off, and then it really got bigger with TikTok. But it's really nice to see people, you know, start talking about how colognes are picking them out. But back to this cologne, it's a great scent. People are gonna like it. Projection wise, it will project for, I would say, 2 hours, because I just spray this at around 6:30 or 6 o'clock, because that's when I would shower. And he would smell it, and he smelled it like at 8 o'clock. So it would project for like 2 hours. But this one, the newer 2024, or the newer edition, projects for like 2 hours. This bad boy right here, 2015 edition, now this thing used to project for like, I would say, like 4 hours. This was a beast. I hope maybe in the future they bring the new formulation back, because while I do like this one, I just like this one more because I projected a little bit longer. You know, and if you're like working in an environment where it's like kind of smelly, say I wouldn't waste management or like a recycling or like outside, this would have been perfect for you, just because this would like create a scent bubble, or the old formulation would create a scent bubble. Well, it would pretty much block out like the bad odors. But again, that would be like if you're like working by yourself, you would want to overspray just because you don't have people like getting you don't have people around you. But this one works a lot better if you're like working around people, because it's not as strong. I would say 3 to 4 sprays. I if I'm gonna be in an area that's gonna be outside, I'll do 4 sprays. But if I'm gonna be like in an area that's gonna be people around me, I'll do like 3 sprays. I'll go 1, 2, and 3. But if there's less people, I'll put one in my groin area or my lower body, just so I can smell good, have a good scent profile going on, or scent coverage going on, without being too cloying. But I would suggest, you know, check this out if you want a good smelling fragrance that people are gonna like, and it's cheap, $44 at German shop. You want to pull out during spring, fall, and winter. This is a good scent. If you live in like a desert area or somewhere tropical or in a hot climate, it's gonna be hard to pull off just because that vanilla can be a little too cloying. But if you live in like SoCal like I do, where it's usually nice and warm, this is good. But I wouldn't wear this during those days when it gets to like 100 degrees or 90 and up. I wouldn't be wearing this. I would be wearing probably something like this, maybe a little blue. Even this, I'd probably be wearing something like this. You can wear this. But if you live in a colder area, like I would say freezing, I'd probably wear this, or like 83 and below, I'd probably wear this. But yeah, what else? See what else in my notes. Oh, is it Blind by Safe? This is a Blind by Safe cologne. I would say out of all the colognes that I have, I would say this bad boy is a Blind by Safe, Sauvage is a Blind by Safe, and the Valentino Born Aroma are Blind by Safe. But for $44, if you have nowhere to test it and you can't get a decant, Blind by Safe, for like the Sauvage, which I think I got that at Macy's for full price, which was like 135, I think, 135, and I bought this EDP for 165 at Macy's. I would suggest you can definitely get a decant on that. I would say if you can't test a cologne in stores and they're $100 and you're like on the fence about it, get yourself a decant. But like a Sauvage would definitely be a Blind by Safe, and like a Point Aroma would definitely be a Blind by Safe. But I would say out of the colognes I have, those 3 are Blind by Safes. But this one is probably the most Blind by Safe, just because it's mass appealing. People aren't gonna be like, oh, this guy smells disgusting. It's strong but not overpowering, like something like Ultramall that can be a little too much if you overspray. What else? Your girlfriend's gonna like it, or if I don't know, your boyfriend's gonna like it, or your mom, or people around you, your coworkers, they're gonna like this stuff. It's mass appealing. It's a good selling fragrance. It's nice. You're gonna get a nice bottle, a nice scent profile. It's a great scent, man. And this was a long review, but I'll shorten up next time. But thank you for watching the review.